Alright guys, welcome back. Alliance War Season 32, War number 3, 18 more fights. Some really fun ones, at least in my opinion. Some new ones for me, and a new boss for Kingpin to smack around. So, first we go on Path 9. We got Kingpin, Hood, and I believe I'm trying to remember who else we brought in here, but it's fine. Kingpin for the first one. Oh, we brought Apocalypse. That's right. Second fight. Yeah, so Kingpin shredding Strife, no problem. Elsa here in case she's got those damaging masteries, Incinerate, Poison, so we can hit during the Incinerate phase, so we can hit right away. Perfect. We can go ahead and, again, problem with Elsa is if she has a bleed on her, you're going to take degen, so we want a mutant champion. So even though I take a little bit of poison there at the end of the special 2, that's fine. I'm just going to wait out the rest of the poison phase, attack in during the incinerate phase only. I'm already incinerate immune because, again, Apocalypse goes incinerate immune if he has an incinerate on him for 9 seconds. And that's all we needed him for. Take down that Elsa without taking too much degen on Kingpin. Now we got Odin also with a hazard shift node. No problem for Kingpin here. Bait that heavy. Get our own special 1 off. And it's pretty much the same as usual. Nothing special here at all. Just Kingpin fodder. Again, if you're new to the channel, run 2 accounts in the same battle group. And I'm boosted up for the fights. And I'm going to try and take as many fights as I can. We're going to get some mini boss action. We're going to get some boss circle action. We're going to get the boss. We're on a streak of, I think, it's like our 15th straight boss fight in this one. So we're on a nice streak between last season and this one. Now, here we're going to go on to the middle lane. We've got a nice team of Guillotine, Doc Ock, and Doom. Doom was not banned, so we could bring him in. Now, Kitty, we've had her every single, she's been somewhere on Path 5 hiding every single war so far this season. And I have the invulnerability boost, but I get clipped by that special 1. Now, look at that passive, those incinerates turn into passive incinerates. Again, I'm trying really hard just to wait out those incinerates. It turns into that passive incinerate, wait it out, and then just try and get back into the rhythm here. I hate getting clipped by her special 1. It's so easy to just take it on the block and then attack in afterwards. There's really nothing that you have to do. Even if you take a little bit on the block, evade the last part of it, then I get parried. This fight is just a disaster, but that's okay. We're going to make a comeback, and then we're going to go ahead and try at this point. We're going to hold on to our special 3, and we're going to finish this fight off with a special 3 because I can see a fight down the road that I want to use Guillotine for. There's actually always a bunch of fights that I want to use Guillotine for, but I know there's, I think it's a Professor X on Mixmaster, so I'm looking ahead to that fight here, so I'm going to hold on to this special 3. Now, this node itself is Ebb and Flow knockdown, but when you knock the opponent down on this node, they go debuff immune for a little bit, and the way I play Kitty Pryde, if you're not sure, the way to avoid her phasing is no critical hits, which Guillotine doesn't have, and no parries. And so I just play this fight stun immune, and the degen from Guillotine's ramp up damage is more than enough to take out this node. We get to the magic 5% and we drop our special 3. We bank the charge. It'll cost us some potions, not a big deal. We have this high ground Ebb and Flow knockdown heavy hitter Modok. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in Doc Ock, and I'm just going to parry heavy my way to victory. Every time I get the parry, I get the heal block on him. I go ahead, drop a nice big heavy attack, detonate it, and I'm getting a bunch of damage every single time. We got like 6k direct damage, and it's going to take a whole, 16 hits here? Boom, 16 hits, and that Modok is toast. Next, we've got a Mordo, also Ebb and Flow knockdown, Power Focus 1, Bubble Shield, but we got Doom, so we can mid-combo stun him there. As long as the shock is on, we can get that mid-combo stun. We can get rid of his power gain with the nullifies. Really not a problem on this fight at all. I think I end up going for the special 3 here. Get him in the Doom Cycle. Try and finish this one off pretty quickly. And again, I do speed up the fights just a little bit, depending, or a little bit more depending on the fight, because we're pressed for time here. We don't want it to last too long. All right, it's a great fight. Power Snack, Backup Recovery, Penny Parker. You know what I'm going to bring in? Doc Ock. And now, what I got to be careful of, here's my plan. I'm going to go parry heavy until, I'm going to go as long as I can before Penny gets those spider, like those blue charges there. Even though she's got the 100 sync charges up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue with my, like I can get off a nice special 2 here, already down to almost 50%. I want Penny to throw that special 2. Okay, this is perfect because she's not picking up those charges, which she does get once she gets a special 1. Once that special 1 is on, now I'm going to go ahead and start getting that sync shield down. I'm going to hit into the block, try and get rid of the sync shield as much as I can here. I might do a little parry heavy there just to get some spacing, but it's fine. I don't want to do too many hits in and get the power burn damage when she's got her charges up and the sync shield is there. So again, let her throw that special 1. That's fine. But what we want to do is just gonna go ahead, let's see if she'll turtle up and get the sync shield down. Now that sync shield's down, go back into parry heavy. We can get the special 2 off, get some nice big damage, get the triple debuff going. Go ahead, parry heavy, nice punch of direct damage. And we're gonna just try going with the parry heavies. And right before the sync shield comes back, the fight is over. Love that fight with Doc Ock there. Okay, next we have a Professor X on Mixmaster that I mentioned earlier. We heal up Guillotine 2099. And we're going to go in here. And I think we're going to end up finishing with a special 3 as well on this fight. This one can be a little bit tricky because he is a high ground defender. There, unfortunately, I got clipped there. Luckily, the combo shield kicked in for me. Now that it's gone, I'm going to try and, again, go between medium, light, mediums, and heavies. Get my combo shield back on. I don't want to lose it here. I didn't play this one phenomenal because, again, I think I ended up wanting to hold on to the special 3 for another fight later on in the boss circle. Because I don't think I had another fight with Guillotine until the boss circle. So this was my only chance. So even though I could have thrown more special attacks, I just decided I'm going to hold them. Even if I take a bit of block damage from high ground, as long as I don't take any of his specials with all those prowess, as long as I don't take those, I should be good. Now I'm up to a special 3. We're right at the end here. One more medium light hit and special 3 to end it. Right, with Guillotine, as long as they're below 5%, unless the node caps the damage out, you're going to be able to take out the rest of his damage and bank that charge. Start with 100 combo in the next fight. All right, we got Window of Opportunity Stun, Defensive, the one that is going to give you a disorient on the block. We're going in with Kingpin here against Null. The goal here is to try and push him to special 2. Unfortunately, I walked right into his heavy there. His heavy's a little bit longer than you think it is. That's the problem. It's always a little bit longer than you think. But I want to push him to special 2, take the special 2 on the block. I just don't want special 1, because the special 1, if you don't get a special off in time, you're going to deal with inverted controls. I don't want to deal with inverted controls on this fight. I just want to keep hitting into him as much as I can. There, the window of opportunity stun timer is down, so I can go ahead, get my parry off, get my combo in, push him to another special 2, and Null is done. Next up on Path 9, we have Kingpin against Magneto on Hazard Shift. And when I open, I don't want to hit into him when you parry. So I try to play this one stun immune. I think I did parry and hit into him at maybe one time in this fight. And you'll see I take a big chunk of damage. And it's just a quick reminder of oh yeah, don't do that. Which I've done this fight so many times. But sometimes, just out of habit, you throw a rogue hit in there. But here I wasn't in like, I didn't have the best luck on this one. He was kind of evading me. I'm evading him. There's my one hit, and you can see I took a little chunk of damage there. So I'm like, all right, let's get back to playing this one smart. I got to get intercepts in, or I got to bait his special one. I was too far there. There we go. Finally, back into the intercept game. Throw my special one. Again, hit into his block, bait his specials, get a nice intercept there. Done. Finished. Now we've got a Silver Centurion. We heal up our Kingpin. And again, Hazard Shift, Shock, Bleed. Really not a problem here. With Kingpin, pretty easy fight. I think we have to bait maybe one special the entire fight there. Because Hazard Shift just ramps Kingpin up, especially with the Hood synergy and purifying all those debuffs pretty quickly. And there you go, Silver Centurion, done. All right, here's a little bit of a tricky one. We got Hit Monkey on Force of Will, Footloose, Kinetic Transference. So I'm going into Doom. We're going to go ahead, get a couple combos in, drop the big heavy, which knocking down Hit Monkey is always a little bit tricky, but you can see when he throws his special, no unstoppable, no evade charge, and that's what we want to do. So we're going to do the same thing again. Get off a combo, finish with the Doom Slap, and we don't have to deal with the with Footloose. So we try that again. Again, we did we took a block there, like we blocked him there. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead, drop a special 3, get a bunch of nice damage here. Again, there I didn't get off the heavy attack in time, but he still had, so he got the Footloose there. Now we're just going to go ahead, back off, wait for the Footloose charges, the Unstoppable and the Evade to end. Now we'll put the Doom Slap on, get the Nullify, and it's a little bit of a slow one, but nothing Doom can't handle here. Again, backing off again. Come in with a nice combo, finish it off with a special 2. So nice fight with Doom. Really happy with the way it went. Now we have some more Doom fights. We've got Venom on Ebb and Flow Intercept. Trying to remember how this one went. Again, throwing the again, I want to get a nice intercept in, but at the same time, it's Venom, and I want to make sure I'm only dealing with special 1s, not special 2s. So it's a little. So there we do get off an intercept. But again, just making sure that I'm playing around his specials nicely. Bait that special 1. Now we want to try the protections back up. So I do want to get another. Intercept in if I can. But getting some nice damage anyway, even just with combos into the Doom Slaps. You can see there, I'm trying to go for an intercept. There, we get one. Special 2. Nicely done. Give myself a pat on the back for that intercept. And there he goes. Awesome. All right, Dragon Man with Doom. I figured I'd go in with Doom here. My other option was maybe Doc Ock. I'm not sure if he would have been better or not, but I think with Mighty Charge, I thought Doom was going to be the better option here. And now, again, I'm trying to get the Doom Slaps off to help prevent his power charge, to nullify it every time it comes back. So I'm kind of focusing on that most of the time, at the same time trying to get some damage, nice damage in on Dragon Man. And I think at one point, I just I get a little too cute with the hits I'm doing, and I let him, by mistake, go to a special 3. And right there, I take a little bit of a combo to the face. We're going to go ahead and, again here, keep those Doom Slaps on just to try and mitigate the power charge, but I was a little too early there. We get off a special 2. Yeah, he backs off there. He gets his power charge back. I should have gone for the Doom Slap earlier. I take a nice big special 3 to the face, and now he's unblockable and unstoppable. So I'm going to go ahead. Luckily, I had that special one. Try and nullify as much of it as I can. Throw another special one just to back him off. Now that his unstoppable and unblockable is gone, let's see if we can clutch out this one. We've been on a good streak so far, so we don't want to blow it here. First, we almost blew it on the Kitty Pryde fight. Now this Dragon Man is causing a little bit of trouble because I still have to get some intercepts in to get, because it is ebb and flow intercept. So at the same time, we just want to get as much damage in as we can. And there, he drops. All right, next up, we just had this fight in the last one. We had a Weapon X, Wolverine Weapon X, on Safeguard Recovery. But this time, someone hasn't gone into the fight, and he does not start with a regen, so he doesn't start unblockable. I get a much cleaner fight in this one. I'm able to keep track of his charges in the top right. When he throws that special, he goes unblockable and unstoppable, but he's aggressive. I'm going to intercept him with my special one. Now I know he's aggressive, so I get a nice intercept there. Now his charges are on refresh. So now I don't have to worry about it really at all. I can just go ahead, get a couple parries if I want to. I can intercept him. I just want to ramp my combo up. I want as many hits as I can here without losing my combo. And you can see much cleaner fight than the one from the last war. The last war, I was on my heels. This one, again, I can back off, let his unstoppable go, take advantage of him being aggressive, counter him. I don't have to worry about the regen too much because I'm going to be out damaging it, no problem. So there, parry, and he's done. Much cleaner fight than in the previous war. Next up, we have a Killmonger on Hazard Shift Stun Immune. I've done this fight in seasons past. Really not a problem with Kingpin. I just have to make sure that I keep my distance. I just don't want to get stuck up against the wall when he's throwing his specials, because that can be pretty tricky. Or even his heavy attack. Heavy attack I can counter in the middle of the map. If it's right up against my, right in the corner, then it's a lot trickier. You're more likely to get hit. I'm going to keep spamming special ones as always, reduce the ability accuracy. I'm always getting some healing from willpower with my own rage debuffs. So even if I take some reverb damage, it's not going to be too much. I did speed this one up just a little bit more because it's a little bit of it's just the same thing over and over again. But Kingpin just putting in work. Nice evade on the special one there. Clean evade on his heavy. And another special one, and he's finished. All right, next up, we've got Domino on Brute Force, Limber. What is it? What else? Spry on this one as well. Or no, Best Defense, Hard Knock Life. So this one's been updated a little bit. I don't think I've done it this season, potentially. So we got the guidance boost on from White Magneto, and someone did throw on a Mr. Fantastic pre-fight as well. I don't really need it on here, but I'll take any pre-fights are great to have. So I chose to go with Doc Ock. He's #metal. He benefits from the guidance boost. I just figured it'd be a little more fun than Guillotine 2099, because Guillotine did not have the charge. So I thought instead of trying to ramp up Guillotine, I figured I'd just go in with Doc Ock. But Domino gets lucky I felt like almost the entire fight. But with class advantage here, Doc Ock gets in some nice hits. Again, problem is I can get the parry off with the guidance boost, but there's also the disorients every time you block. So sometimes it's not going to work. So it's a little bit trickier this season with the disorients there. But Domino, at least she threw those special twos. Most of the damage I'm taking is just critical failure damage. But it's okay. We finish it off. We get through it with Doc Ock. Now we have an Ebony Maw boss. So the idea with Kingpin here is that if the problem with Ebony Maw is that you always want to knock him down because of his falter. So Kingpin, especially with the Hood synergy, every time the falter comes, he's going to purify it. Now, the first time he throws the special one, he is going to get the Nullify mission completed, and that's fine. I'm going to get willpower healing from my rage debuffs, so I'm not worried about that. There, unfortunately, I take a little bit of a combo. But all I need to do is keep throwing my special one, keep hitting, I can hit into his block if I want. I can bait his heavies. I can bait his special ones. Even take special twos on the block. I don't care. The only thing that I make a mistake on later on in the fight is sometimes when I'm approaching falter, I do have to be careful that that Kingpin actually does purify the falter. If I do hit into him when the falter's active, then I'm going to take a chunk of degen damage, and you're going to see what's going to happen later on in the fight where I get close to falter and I go in for a hit and I start taking some degen damage. But for the most part, really not a problem here. Kingpin is just putting in massive work against this Ebony Maw. I'm not going to knock him down a single time, and it's not going to matter because the falter debuff just gets purified. So really happy with this fight overall. 18 more fights, 18 more solos, and we continue the deathless streak, 3 fights into war, which is probably my best start to a war season. We'll try and keep this one going in the next one. There you can see that's where I accidentally hit into him, and now I got to play a little smart just to finish this one off. But yeah, we're having a deathless streak. Hopefully we can continue it in war number 4. We'll have some of the Karina's challenges coming up on the channel if they're not up there already. And yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.